thank you for your passion for children. Clearly that comes across not only in your opening statement, but in your actions in Congress. Nothing's more important than the safety and the well-being of our nation's children. No child should ever have to suffer the pain or shame of abuse at the hands of an adult, be it that a parent, a teacher, a coach, or a stranger met in the park or on the internet. I also want to thank all of our witnesses for their time and dedication to our shared goal of ensuring that children are free from abuse and neglect. And in those horrific instances when a child is abused, I thank today's witnesses for their commitment to ensuring that we intervene quickly and, more importantly, provide those children with the support and the treatment that they need to heal and recover. Over the years, Senator Mikulski and I have worked very closely together on legislation that would require criminal background checks for individuals working in child care or volunteering with vulnerable populations like kids, the disabled, and the elderly. When parents leave their children with an adult in an entrusted organization, daycare, school, sports activities, after-school care, summer camp, they shouldn't have to worry that they might be dropping their child off to be cared by someone who's been convicted of a violent crime, especially a crime against children. The use of criminal background checks for keeping criminals and violent offenders away from children, however, is but one important piece for keeping children safe. A criminal background check will only weed out the offenders known in the criminal justice system or another government agency such as the Child Protective Services. Today, we'll be hearing a lot about the offenders known to children and often known to be suspected by adults within a community who remain unknown to the judicial authorities due to the silence of their victims and the silence of the adult bystanders. To truly ensure our children are safe, both children and adults must break the silence of abuse. However, since children who are being abused live a life of fear and shame and are thus least able and likely to come forward, it is adults with whom the greatest responsibility for breaking the silence of abuse rests. As one of our witnesses said in her testimony today, child abuse is a grown-up problem. Although crimes against children through such means as sex trafficking or the internet often tend to gain the greatest airtime on cable news, I think it's important for us to remember that most instances of abuse against kids, sexual and physical, are occurring not across the state lines or on the internet, but in our own neighborhoods and communities and by folks we know. Since the vast majority of abuse is occurring so close to home, it's critical that we train and empower adults to know the signs of abuse and to know what to do when they see or suspect it. There's no quick fix. There's no single piece of legislation that will make the problem of child abuse magically go away. However, the adults returning to a collective sense of responsibility for all the children of their community can, from the grassroots level, begin to break the silence for benefits for all kids. I look forward to working with Chairman Mikulski and all of my Senate colleagues to better understand and respond to the issues of child abuse in this nation today. We often hear that children are our nation's future. How we as adults treat and how we respond to the ill treatment of our nation's children will determine what that future looks like. I thank my colleagues. I thank the chair.
Excellent.